And bam, man's live again.
Live, people, we're live.
At C1 the good fella, no social media formats. My name's right there in the corner, past Jordan. Right there, that's me. And we're going to move on in name order. So we'll start off with Austin. Your name's top left, Austin.
That's me. You alright? Good show. Always back on.
At JPound1990, you've seen me before, you know who I am. Follow, like, share and subscribe. C1 the good fella TV.
Yeah, and Aslan. Yes.
What's your username, fam? Insta.
Username Mohammed Aslan 25.
There in the corner, if you
Insta.
don't know, that's how we do. Get on there, you get me, pop in. So we're going to jump on there on some topics. So I'm going to jump on the first topic. Let me just scroll up this bitch. This is the thing about this phone I don't like. That's a bit slow. It's Tyson Fury, I'm just going to say it, with first Anthony Joshua, yeah? It's been confirmed in them thing there.
Confirmed.
And I know that everyone's going to be watch this last podcast with you and Austin. You're going to be like, already kind of know what you believe about that fight. Yeah. But just reaffirm, for anyone who's new to the channel, who's never seen this before, what's your thoughts on Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury?
If you think AJ is going to win that fight, please place your bets with me personally. I'll put the max odds on that for you because it's not going to happen. You smile like you know something. Tell us something you know, fam.
You
don't need to know. It's just complete obvious. It's AJ versus Wilder. AJ's getting sparkled. Yeah, and if Fury beats Wilder, it's just scientific theory that he's going to beat Joshua.
But how can you say that so confident though?
Style makes fights.
Because it's like a big brick shit house, isn't it? It's like,
Joshua.
Yeah. Basic,
yeah, but the thing is, you have to look at his
basic.
previous fights though. Even him being a big guy, he's a bit stiff. He's still doing his job, innit?
He's a fat
I
guy.
mean, and he can last rounds as well. It's not like he can't last rounds.
Who, AJ?
Joshua, yeah.
Joshua.
No chance. I'd give him like 2% chance for that fight. Do you know if Fury drops his hands like that and accidents to get clipped? And maybe, but it ain't happening. It's not going to happen.
It's a possibility, man.
When he's not training Fury, I think it'd still beat him.
Nah, actually.
Really.
No, it's going to be a good fight. Probably might go the whole 12 rounds.
He's
I think it might do, yeah. Fury might just be messing about with him. He's playing about like he does in all the other fights. So you
think Fury's gonna bang him then?
No, I don't think Fury's gonna bang him. I'm saying it's gonna be a good fight, but it might
I think he's going to approach that fight the same way as he did.
I don't say that.
AJ can't take a hit, and it's been proven numerous times. I think Fury will take his best shot.
Yeah.
I can't see him hitting harder than Wilder.
That's true.
I don't know,
Saying that, I don't think Fury will knock Anthony Joshua out either.
Yeah, I don't think that either.
It's going to be a constant fight, but I mean, if you look at it when Klitschko fought Anthony Joshua, Klitschko dropped AJ, he got him proper, but he still got back up.
And Klitschko, when he was younger,
he got back up and he won the fight.
And Klitschko, when he was younger, in his prime, could not touch Fury. So, I don't know, I think it's going to be a point decision for Fury. I've got all the money on that.
Points,
personally.
Do you know what? I've got quite controversial views on that fight. First of all, did you watch the fight against Otto Wallen?
Yeah.
Was it? We've
got the big cut.
Fam, my man don't like him. I don't want to say what I thought it looked like, but it didn't look good. Basically, you know, it's a ladies' time at month.
Yeah.
My man looked like he had one of them on his face.
Well, yeah. It looks the same.
Anyone can get cut. Happens, doesn't it?
He does not. I'm not. This everyone knows that.
It's so easy, do you know, to like when you see a wound that's healed.
Yeah.
It's so easy to open that back up.
Exactly.
It takes one shot. That's
open.
it, man. It'll open up again.
So the reason I said that is imagine Anthony Joshua fought Andy Ruiz in his second fight.
Yeah.
And I must admit, when he fought Andy Ruiz to the second fight, I was on edge of my seat like a rapist in court.
Oh shit!
I felt nervous for him like I knew him. I don't even know this guy, but I feel like everyone feels like they're kind of connected to Anthony Joshua because we get shown shit so much on TV.
Well,
He's a very marketed fighter.
That's it,
do you get what I mean? But anyway, I digress. His second fight, he caught Ruiz with a backhand, bam, and his eye just popped. And I think if he catches Tyson Fury with a clean shot, Fury's eyes is going to get blooded up differently. But I'm not saying Fury would he'd panic because he knows how to deal with the cut, obviously. But I think that to me in the first fight could be.
I think AJ's strength is basic and pushing you against the ropes. But I feel like he had to go against the ropes against Ruiz and revert back to that. But I think either way, I think Fury beats him in both departments, personally.
What do you think, guys? Comment, subscribe, like. I don't know why I threw them in there, but you know.
Trying to get some more likes, man.
What's your views on the fight? Put it in the comment section on YouTube when I put this on YouTube, and let us know what you think. Feedback's always good, and also comments are always good. So you've never really told us what you think is going to win. Austin's kind of made it evidently clear whose side he's on, but y'all like sat on the fence.
I do think Tyson Fury's going to win. Hands down, I think Tyson Fury's going to win. But it's an interesting fight because anything can happen in that fight. I think Tyson Fury is way too slippery and moves too much for AJ to pin him down and like get off his big shots. So I don't think he's going to be able to knock Tyson Fury out. I just think it's just going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good, exciting fight, but I just got Tyson Fury winning it.
I would
Points.
Points.
You're a smart kid now.
No, I'm smart. I'm just.
I don't know. To be honest, me, I think like Tyson's a good fight. He's quick as a big guy as well, but Joshua needs a few combos on him. Maybe he'll drop him out with them, man. Like he said, it takes a punch for him to pop someone.
He'll be throwing them throws at thin air than punches. They'll be hitting him thin air. They won't hit him.
I think everybody knows Tyson Fury's not impossible to hit because he has been dropped a couple of times.
Yeah.
So if he does get dropped by Anthony Joshua, is he going to get back up? The answer to that is yes. If his mind's right and he actually wants it,
he's mentally strong, isn't it?
Yeah. I know, but don't you think that when
people sometimes, like you see boxing fights, they can get up, but they just think, "Fuck that! I don't want to." It's
like with the Wilder fight, though.
No, but that's how I was going to revert to when he fought Andy Ruiz. Even Ruiz himself in the second fight said to Anthony Joshua he believed he'd quit that fight. Do you think, just imagine if Tyson Fury is getting topside at Anthony Joshua and he feels like he's kind of hopeless.
Yeah.
Do you actually think he'd quit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the money, man. He can quit.
What, Joshua would quit?
Yeah, do you think he'd quit?
I don't think he'll quit, man. Nah, because he's still got more to do anyways. It's not like he ain't for Wilder, he ain't for other fights as well. There's other fights for there to verse.
No, I'm not saying quit as in like altogether his career.
The game, you mean?
No, that fight itself.
The fight itself. One of them where it's like, I'm not going to win.
Nah, I don't think he'll quit. I don't think he'll quit in the fight.
He quit against Ruiz.
Do you think he'd quit?
Well, if you look at the Ruiz fight, the first fight he had with Ruiz, he just looked messed up from the start. He wasn't really boxing the way he boxes. That's what I think.
Do you know how I thought Ruiz fight?
The second fight, he was on ball, man. He took the Ruiz out.
You know, I think Anthony Joshua fight, his first fight, do you know what I think happened? Do you know sometimes you probably need a toilet?
Yeah.
I need a toilet, man.
They're like, you need a shit.
He puts gloves on, can't do nothing.
It's like, yo, if he knocks me out, I might shit myself. So I've just been banged out once. I kind of need a toilet quick. If I get banged out, last thing I want to do is shit myself. So I'm saying, quit while I'm here. You get what I'm saying? You get me, fam?
What do you think about that then?
I believe the first fight is going to be very controversial at either outcome. I think that Anthony Joshua, I'm not saying he could win because we don't know who could win. Both of them could win, to be honest. But I just feel like it's going to be something unpredictable, like, for example, cuts or a technical decision. It's not going to be a formality. And then the second fight's going to be like a foregone conclusion. Do you get me? And I do believe the best one wins. And I'm sitting on fence because whatever I say, I'm the shittest gambler. Yo,
Same here, man.
I can put a bet on you, and I always lose. So I don't want to curse either guy.
Lose.
Yeah, I don't want to curse either guy by saying one person wins and I get it totally wrong.
It's quite hard to decide, isn't it? They're both good boxers, man. It's not like they haven't done nothing. They haven't done something. It is, man. Even though Tyson's a good boxer, but it's not like AJ ain't done nothing out there. He's up there as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's been spoon-fed, I think, the division.
No, it's true. It's saying that
you know
people
what I mean?
look at AJ like he's rubbish, fam. It's serious.
Not,
when you see this, get put this way, I see AJ on Instagram, I think, I won't like to take a beating off him. Yeah. So it's alright for us to say, oh shit, he's fighting Tyson Fury. But this is what I try to tell to people, yeah. You jump in the ring and you look across and you see Anthony Joshua, bro.
Big guy like that. Okay.
Mommy!
I don't know about this.
It's not shit, yeah, but I mean, I feel like he's been spoon-fed the division a bit. You know, with the backing and promoting.
Yeah.
Like, personally. I mean,
Well, he's going to do it. Anybody going through like the GB squad is going to get that platform anyway because they're fighting for the country. You know what I mean? So they're going to get that platform anyway. But not all GB squad people make a good career. Anthony Joshua has.
Oh, he's an amazing boxer. He did the basics, but yeah, man.
So we're going to move swiftly.
No, he is very good, and it's not just going to be a pushover fight. It is going to be a very interesting fight, but just
they both want to win, innit? They both got that motivation to win anyway, so they're going to both go all out.
let's move swiftly on because we can linger on this. But like I say, if people want to comment and ask and put their views on, I'll let the guys know. If you got a question for either of these guys, by the way, just let me know. This is not moving. I feel like I'm gonna have to touch it with my finger. Oh yeah, there we go.
Boom, boom, boom.
So
Who did you vote for, Aslan?
But you mean, right, I'm on the fence, me, I don't know
On the
yet.
fence as well.
yo, who did you vote for?
Go on.
Tyson Fury.
Fury, yeah?
All day.
Well, if you lose that bet, man, don't put too much on, though.
Put the lot. The lot.
Let's just side digress and be quite controversial here. Do you think some people vote just because of the skin colour? Like, for example, do you think... I think a lot of black people vote on Anthony Joshua because he's black. I said this about...
He's got to win, he's black!
I said, Anthony Joshua's definitely going to win Tyson Fury.
That's why
I'm
on
like,
the
why
fence,
is that?
they're not brown, innit? I'm on the fence.
They don't really know boxing, but they generally just got... Do you think that plays... Like, do you believe that plays a part within... Like, not within your decision, but within society? Have you seen that? Because I think it
I think
does.
it
I
makes a big
think
part,
people
yeah.
that are not
It's a very
like
big
proper
part.
Do you get what I
boxing
mean?
fans.
Of course, man.
I think people that are not boxing fans, but they just watch it.
They vote for the same colour,
They'll
innit?
be like, oh, I want him to win because he's black, or some people might be saying, oh, I want him to win because he's white.
Well, I'm not
I
gonna
think
lie though. If
people
I
would
went to,
like
if I were in America when Barack Obama jumped up, I'd literally blow it just because he's black. Barack Obama. Why? Because they're black.
That's true, though. When you put the black people up there.
Black Satan. No. Because I just want to put it out there because I've noticed something. Yeah, when I put like the polls on my Instagram, certain people will vote, and it's like
Noticed.
you start to like you feel like you're a bit of like a scientist. Like you start to cook an algorithm, and you're like, this guy don't even know boxing, but he's black and he's fighting for Anthony Joshua. Do you get what I mean?
Well, an outsider I think would, because have you seen the size of the guy? He's like, what, 6'6", and he's fucking got a brick shit out.
And when you say outsider, someone who don't know boxing, you mean?
I don't see why not. I mean, would you... Come on, when you first look at him, he's going to kill fucking Fury, innit? You look at the size of the guys. Sure, he's 6'9", but he's... Do you know what I mean?
But why didn't... Obviously, explain to people...
I don't think that matters as much, you know. To be honest.
Explain to people who don't know boxing why that don't make a difference.
Because, you know...
It's about the skill, isn't it, man? Technique.
What size don't make a difference?
Yeah.
It's about muscle memory, and it's not about muscles.
You can't grow muscle on your chin, that's why it don't make a difference.
In a way, but still, you know how big your chin is, you might get knocked
Yeah.
out. You get knocked, that's
Have you
it.
seen those steroid junkies walking to nightclub and like that?
Yeah, I've been around them niggas.
It's like that. And you know, it's not going to win the fight, is it?
It's not. But I do think that people are right. Anthony Joshua, and I do believe he's got a shot. I'm not saying he will win, but he's definitely in the fight. So we're going to move on to the next one: Canelo versus Saunders. That's Canelo Alvarez versus Billy Joe Saunders. For people who don't know boxing, what's your guys' views on this fight? We'll start with Aslan. Because we already know what Aslan's going to say.
It's going to be a deep fight, minutes. Of course, both fighters, good fighters, but overall, I think from skill-wise and technique-wise, I think Canelo might just do him.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think he might just do him. Even though Saunders is a good fight, it's not like he's rubbish, man. This guy's full-on boxer. You get me? He goes all out, all his fights, he puts everything in. But then you see Canelo, like, hardest thing to do in boxing is make a person miss. And when you see his fights, he's making people miss like there's nothing. It's like it's easy for him.
Billy Joe does
He never used to be like that, you know.
I know he didn't when he fought Mayweather, he died.
After that, he fought Mayweather, that's it.
After that one defeat, he lost the fight.
It's all on steroids.
No.
Can't say that, man.
It's all like horse meat.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh, is it horse meat?
If you want to win fight, eat horse meat.
Or cow meat, whatever it was. Cow meat, horse meat, beef meat. It was something else. But he tried to blame the
meat.
He had
Contaminated
some
meat.
meat that was contaminated. Yo, imagine me. I've got COVID. It was steak I ate. I had COVID in it. Right? Do you get what I mean?
You can let him off with a one, but do you know when it's twice, 3 times, it's like...
How many times has it been done?
3, I'm pretty sure.
I know, but Billy Joe Saunders has been done for something, hasn't it?
Not
For
cocaine.
No,
Same as
What,
Tyson
sniff,
Fury.
sniff?
No,
Sniff?
nose.
No,
Nose.
Adrenaline thing, innit? And it
When
makes
you
you...
got like a blocked nose and you spray it up.
Yeah,
there.
I know you're about, yeah.
It's got something in that.
Clear
Right,
it.
yeah.
I think it's about spots then, about to clear it.
It's just where it puts up the brings up the adrenaline and things like that. It makes you go out all out, innit?
So yeah, I mean, there's a big difference from using nose spray to, you know, some
nasal
build
spray,
strength. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, nasal spray. That's the better word for it.
Nasal spray.
But yeah, fucking, I've seen the guy. He's built like a brick shithouse, and he moves up divisions like nothing. Do you know what I mean? And it never seems. he always seems fucking trim as fuck as well. Do you know what I mean?
Who that replicates is Manny Pacquiao. Manny
Pacquiao went what 8 divisions, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, 8 divisions, world champion. So what's your thoughts on that, Jordan?
I think there's going to be an upset on that fight. I think Billy Joe Saunders is going to take it.
See, Billy Joe Saunders winning that fight?
I just see him because Alvarez, he struggles with southpaws. He struggled against Laura. Southpaws are very awkward fighting for Alvarez. That's why you don't fight many southpaws. And now he's coming against Billy Joe Saunders, who's been through it all. He's been through the amateurs, championships. He knows boxing like back of his hand.
Alexander Lara,
yeah, he struggled against him. It was difficult. You know what I mean? So all you need, somebody as really skillful as Billy Joe Saunders can pick him apart. You know what I mean? That head movement, that is not really going to work.
Yeah.
With Billy Joe Saunders, he's on it, man.
No, but thing is with Canelo, I think he's seen all styles. Billy Joe Saunders, to me, is a good fighter. But as some people believe he lost against Chris Eubank Jr. Because Chris Eubank Jr. started late. I believe he won, but it was a very close fight.
Yeah.
So if you go on styles or go on previous fights, which you obviously cannot do, but if you was to go on that, you haven't really got a chance because Canelo should white floor with him because he's way better than Chris Eubank Jr. Do you get what I mean?
Constant
but I think since then...
Come on about.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that. Since that fight, they've all the levels have stepped up differently. And things, this is what I try to tell people, in my opinion, the reason I love Billy Joe Saunders is... it's his mindset, it's his confidence, which is, you can look at skill and you can look at physicality, but it's what's in his mind and what's in his heart and his balls, fam. Guy's got King Kong balls, bro. He'll fight anybody. He'll fight fucking... You know what I mean?
He's got a heart to fight. Where was that there?
It's just like Fury's a gypsy, he'll fight anyone. He does not give a fuck. Did you see him start on Wilder when he threw at Nando's chicken? I am not throwing Nando's chicken at Wilder. Fuck that.
First of all, I'm not throwing chicken anyway. I'm not throwing no chicken. That's my chicken.
I might throw the
bones. You know what I'm saying?
And they saw each other the next day and he was like, you threw chicken? He was like, yeah, I did. I'm standing next to some guy who's like 6'7". Fucking hell, man, yeah. The guy's got some balls.
See how quick he got off though?
Yeah. It's not the point though, he got some balls for other thing. But yeah, man.
You went to get more chicken, man.
Points all day long for me, I think, with Billy Joe. I think he'll lose a couple of rounds during. You can't run away for 12 rounds, you can't move for 12 rounds, but I think he'll have a couple of rounds in between taking punches. But
I think Billy Joe Saunders, I mean, like in his older fights, like he did die out towards end rounds and stuff like in Chris Eubank fight, but like when he fought Lomax, he were all the way through just jabbing his head off and just outboxing him.
When he fought
Lomax, David Lomax.
Is that what he's called?
When he went over to Canada.
That French guy? Is it French?
No, he went over Canadian, isn't he?
Lemieux you're talking about?
Lomax.
Lomax,
Lemieux, that's
that
it.
didn't happen, did it?
David Lemieux.
Oh, no,
Lemieux.
it didn't happen. It was Andrade, it didn't happen, didn't it?
Yeah, Andrade who did fight. Fucking hell. Can't believe I just got that name wrong. Anyway, moving swiftly on. He boxed really good, and he just boxed his head off.
He did, but at the same time, we're talking about a very limited fighter in Lemieux. All he knows how to do is throw big, heavy bangers. He's not really a technical boxer. Do you get me? So he made Billy Joe Saunders look fantastic. But I think Canelo's a different kettle of fish. I mean, there's a reason.
I think it's a different breed.
No, but there's a reason. He's a pound for pound number one.
Yeah.
He's been fighting since he was 15 years old and fighting full of grown men.
Fam has been fighting against seven
how old was he when he fought Mayweather?
Do you get me?
He fought Mayweather when he was 19, innit?
No, I think about 22, 23.
Nah, he was young.
30 now. He's 30.
He's 30 now. So how many years has it been?
I think he was 19, bro.
I think he was 19 or 20. 19 or 20 that he fought him, yeah. He was young when he fought him, just when he was just out there in pros.
I don't know, still. I think he got 22.
I think he lost to
But
him.
He's both big fighters, isn't it?
I've still got bum hairs holding him anyway. I still have bum hairs holding him back in them days. No, you know what I mean? Still pubic hairs holding him Canelo back then. So he was a very inexperienced boxer. But yeah, I just feel like
over time he's become.
He's very very hard to beat. I can only see him losing when he tries to move up. He's going to be eventually going to move up to a point where he can't move up anymore. And then a good big man always beats a good small man.
Yeah.
So when that size comes into play, I think that's when he'll lose.
Yeah.
But anybody who's around his own weight, I think he'll just play with them. And I think Billy Joe Saunders, even though he's a very good fighter, if anyone wants to do it, I've always said this before, if anyone wants to do it, it probably would be Billy Joe Saunders. But I don't believe he'll be able to beat Canelo. Even though I would like him to, because I like who he is and who he stands for, and he's British and he's got a stack of heart and balls. Like I said, I do like him.
Yeah.
I just do not believe he's going to do it. So it's just one of them ones. So that's my one. Let's move on to the next thing.
Just before we do that, I do think he's going to win, and I think the next fight after that's going to be Golovkin.
What?
Billy Joe Saunders. I think he's going to go straight for Golovkin.
I think Golovkin's more of a struggle.
Golovkin's just got another title, hasn't he?
Yeah. Well, below.
I think Golovkin, it's more of a struggle for Billy Joe to fight against. That walking on, just walking you down, jabbing you constantly.
No, but that's what I'm saying about Canelo. No, but that's what I'm saying. Canelo could do that though to Billy Joe. He knows he probably can't outbox him because he knows he's going to try and win on points. He knows Billy Joe Saunders probably ain't got no knockout power, so he's going to go out and try it out. He knows he's going to.
And he can take a shot as well.
Game plan is to outbox him. Do you get what I mean?
Gave him some big shots. And
so he might walk him down and beat him up. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might just go Golovkin on him and walk him down, and not forget he's been fighting big men. Like light heavyweights. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? And Callum Smith, he might just walk him down and beat him up.
What if it's a fight? What is a fight like same as like it was with Mia Khan? Like the first 4 rounds, Alvarez didn't really know what to do, just having to try and time that one big shot.
Yeah.
And Mia Khan was just pop, just peppering him.
No, it's true.
Billy Joe Saunders can do that, but he's got a good chin as well.
Yeah, but Joe, this is what tells people.
But Khan's got no chin.
But exactly what you're saying.
He ain't got
a chin. He's a fighter. He can box, but Khan ain't got a chin.
Khan.
Yeah, he gets knocked.
He's the
people that have boxed. I'm not gonna lie.
If
the fight kept going with him and Canelo, and he was boxing him, he was outboxing him in all 4 rounds. I think when he was versing Canelo, but he had no chin because he tried going wild and then he got hit with one, and that's it. He didn't get back up, did he?
I think that's Amir Khan's problem. He just goes wild. If he just stuck to like 1-2, just moving about, he'd probably still be undefeated, but he'd just get carried away.
I still think
more into it, he gets excited with yourself and think, oh, I'm hitting it. Do you know that kind of? I'm doing it, Peter. I'm doing it.
But that's the thing. When boxers start going wild with Canelo, he gets him. Every time a boxer's going wild with him, he always gets him with a shot, doesn't he? He knocks him out. That's what it is. What if Saunders comes out wild and then he just ducks and smacks him when he's gone in it for him? Because he's got power as well. Canelo's not weak, but he took out big people as well.
I do think Canelo could actually stop Billy Joe Saunders. I'll put that out there as well. Even though I know these guys love Billy Joe, and I do like Billy Joe, so don't hate on me, man. But I do think he could stop Billy Joe Saunders. I'm not gonna lie. I just think Billy Joe, if he gets tired and fatigued later in the fight, he'll go for the win. Because he's got heart and courage. So he's not gonna back off and just try and course the point. He's gonna try and win. So I just say if he's down on points and he's got to come back to win, he puts himself vulnerable. He's gonna get caught with a big counter shot. And it might be a body shot. I'm just putting it out there. Probably gonna be a body shot. What takes him out? I'm just putting it out there. Right. Yeah. Next one, I'm going for Williams versus Andrade. Quick one.
Williams.
I think Andrade.
I
don't think Williams is quite ready for that fight yet.
I'm going Andrade, and I'm going Andrade on points. I don't think he'll stop him.
I'm going Williams TKO.
Yeah.
I think he's a hard hitter and developed with England's style. I think he's like, I'll make him miss. He's good at making him miss and just making him.
See, you've got inside information. This is where me and Jordan are like, because you know the guy. And also, you got a biased judgment as well because you like him as well. I like him, but I don't know him.
I don't know him personally.
No, but you're around him though, in that environment. So you'll have like you don't want to say nothing wrong towards him because obviously you're biased because it's your favourite space.
He's Welsh. I could diss him bad.
Nah, man.
Well, that's not the point. Williams is an awesome fighter, regardless. I think he's got a better style than Andrade.
He's got a better style, but I just think Andrade's way more experienced and he's American. And things about Americans, they've got a bigger playground. Yeah, man.
I think it's a bit too soon.
The foundation in America.
Exactly.
Williams he's not got much to lose. I think he's got a lot to gain. Do you know what I mean?
No, I mean I get that he's the underdog, and if he wins, it propels him into the spotlight, and he gets them super fights. But I think Andrade is he lacks something. Do you know when certain fighters have got that spark and then they've got that charm? I'm not saying he's not charming. No, he's not charming. He's a bit dull, and that's why people don't buy into him. Do you get what I don't know what it is. He has to wait for that shot. Do you get what I mean? I just don't think Williams is going to take that shot away from him. When he fights someone like a Canelo or even a Billy Joe, it could be a good fight. I just feel like them kind of fights there, you might see him tested, but until then he's just going to wipe flow into this pay. He's like, for example, like Kel. He's avoided, yeah? He's waiting for that big payday, fam. And he's not losing to Noel Williams to avoid that payday. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So when he fights someone like Canelo, if he loses, then he probably won't see him again. But, I've been waiting for this payday for years, goddammit! Yeah, man. And he'll retire.
Canelo, you're making millions if you lose either way. So
Exactly.
It don't really make a difference to him.
So let's move on. That's a quick thing. God, like I say, quick thing is not really. Brook versus Eubank Jr. You mentioned this earlier. Kell Brook versus Chris Eubank Jr.
That'd actually be a really good fight.
I don't know if there's anything. I don't know if there's anything even close to that happening. You know.
No, we're not. We're talk about that though.
So, like I said before starting it, I don't think there's even any. I don't even know if there's been any sort of talks between them. But it's popped up on my feed a few days ago, like who would win, and it's like, I think Brook could beat Eubank. Oh yeah, I think it'd be more.
He's accurate anyway.
I think Kell would win. It'd be an interesting fight.
He can move about. He's accurate with the punches as well. His accuracy is quite really good, fam. But end of the day, Eubank's quick as well, as well. But
he's been doing a lot of training with Roy Jones Jr. as well.
Yeah, no, I've seen the video.
I think nobody's really seen Chris Eubank Jr. fight since he's been training with Roy Jones Jr. It just depends what he's learned and what he's listened to.
Yeah,
that's true. If he's listened to and he's taking it on board and he's, Roy Jones Jr. was sick with head movement and just he like makes it like a little dance kind of thing. And like when Brendan says when you make something fun, it makes people want to do it and it makes people learn it quicker.
I think Eubank ain't want to hear this, but he's like he needs some ring time. He's been away from that ring for such a long time. He needs to admit to himself he needs a few warm-up fights. He needs to take a pay decrease and have a couple of warm-up fights, or I think he's going to be in trouble when he steps up to people like Brook or anyone in caliber.
Who's that?
Eubank.
He needs some pay. He needs.
I think personally, he would fuck up Kell Brook, fam.
Oof.
Yo, I like Kell Brook, yeah, but I just think right now. Have you ever seen him have you ever seen him sparring with fire? Because Eubank Jr. bro. Even though you might have lost to George Groves. Listen, you might have lost to George Groves, yeah. But the guy's like an animal, fam. Think about Chris Eubank Jr. is underrated, yeah. The guy's a beast, fam. He's on this. He's like, I want to get out of my daddy's shadow so much. I'm fucking him up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when they fought that Nick Blackwell, yeah. I felt sorry for Nick Blackwell. It battered him, yeah. It's a point where it mentally fucks him up, bro. The guy can't ever box again. So I just think with Kell Brook right now, Kell Brook's a multi-millionaire. He's got his peak.
I think it's
because Eubank Jr. wants to be up there.
Mindset.
You get me? I think he would fuck up Kell Brook, fam.
He's got more hunger, innit? He's got more hunger for the win. If you think about it, because if he beats Kell, then his name's going to be even higher up there, anyways. So.
If that were the case for me, why has he not fought in a long time?
He's been
politics though, bro, as well, and politics as well. A lot of politics
by Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can just learn straight away. You've got to take your time. You've got to learn it, and you've got to drill it in your brain.
Well, I think he needs a few fights before you.
Yeah,
nah, man. I'd like to see him jumping straight with Kell Brook, and Kell Brook proved me wrong and bang him out. You get me? But I think Kell Brook right now is paid. He's chilling. So he's going to come across the guy who wants to be up there, trying to get a name for himself. He's going to come in there and just try to take Kell's head off.
I think with Kell Brook, it's like Rocky 3. He's lost the itch.
Yeah.
He's not got the eye of the tiger anymore. He don't want it as much as he tells himself he wants it, but I don't think he wants it as much as what he thinks he wants.
I can't remember what Kell is, but I think
you've got to have that switch. You've got to switch that switch on. If you want it, it's got to be 100% wanting it.
Definitely.
I think he'll be able to fight till he's about 38, bro. And then
38.
30 what? Sorry.
38. I'm not sure. I can't.
How old is he now, though?
I don't know. Maybe 34. Is it 35? I think he's got another few years left in him. Whether or not he wants to take it.
But against Chris Eubank Jr. though, bro.
Eubank's a lot younger than him.
Listen, Chris Eubank Jr. is an animal, you know, bro. Thing is with Kell, he'd have to be on this thing because he's going to come try banging you out. He couldn't go in there and try to outbox Chris Eubank Jr. because Chris Eubank is not going to box. He's going to put it on him. You get what I mean?
Every time Kell's a fight,
make it messy.
he goes in there to win.
I'm not saying he doesn't, fam, but guess what? Listen, me and you fighting now, and I know you've had 2 eye sockets, yeah? And I know I'm a naturally bigger man than you.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm sit back boxing? I'm walking you down and licking. Well, I'm trying to lick you up anyway. I'm coming in and dropping left, right, uppercuts, backhands, power backhands, bam, bam, bam. Nice seconds ago, but at some point, bam, bam, bam. Trying to take your eyeball out. Get what I'm saying? And that's what, in my mind, that's what Chris Eubank's going to think straight away and think, yo, I'm just going to fuck this guy up. It's not looking pretty in boxing.
He's been thinking about that as well because he's had these injuries. You know, if I get hit again, I might have the same injuries. So he might think, you know what, let's box a bit careful, more guard. But Eubank's can come out striking all the time. You get me?
Brook's going to
have to get a counter, which is good
points.
if his eyes goes again, it's going to blind him because he's got metal plates.
Because he's going to look for them counters, isn't it? He's going to look for the counters.
What are you saying? Brooke, you went Junior?
I still think Brook. I do still think Brook.
What are you feeling, bro?
I think Eubank might take.
I think Eubank.
I think Eubank.
I like you, Kel, but yo, it's time to step out, man.
I think Brook, if he wants it and he's proper on it, then he will. Like, I mean, if you look at when he fought Terence Crawford, he was winning the first couple of rounds, and it was just that surprise shot that caught him and fucked him up.
Winning shit,
fam. But Chris Eubank Jr.'s not.
If me and you listen, you weren't winning shit. If me and you were sparring, fam, yeah. And y'all get on top side of me in first 4 rounds, and then I've got 10 rounds of sparring. Yeah. In my mind, I'm just warming up.
Yeah, straight up.
I don't care that you win them 2 rounds or 3-4 rounds. You get what I mean? It's not a sprint, fam. It's a marathon. Do you get me? So it's like, yeah, you might have got to land a couple of thumps. It's like this is what I'm telling about Canelo and Khan. People, Khan were doing all right for 5 rounds, and if he'd carried on, he'd got banged. Nah, man. Every single second he's working on that time. Canelo's like, yeah, man, I'm getting his timing right. I'm getting his timing right, and boom. Slept him. Just like with Danny Swift Garcia. Everyone's like, if he carried on boxing, Danny Swift Garcia, they banged him. He got slept, bro, because people work out the timing. Do you get what I mean?
That's what it is, man. If you can last the whole 12 rounds, your endurance is good, and other fighters on the same level, they're fucked, innit? Think about it.
Come on, cuz.
You know what I mean?
I'm a nose.
If you can go 12 rounds, fam, then you can go 12 rounds constant.
Yeah.
You can be the same thing constant, fam.
Yeah.
If he's mastered that,
so 2 rounds is nothing, fam, in the boxing, man. You get me? Nothing, fam. That's why I said, it might have been, yeah. I'm winning against Terence Crawford.
You're doing it.
Once they get tired,
it's a championship fight, isn't it? He's not thinking, yeah, man, I've got better time.
Trust me, man. And once they get tired, they get sloppy. You get me? And once they start getting sloppy, that's when you catch him.
Yeah.
That's what Canelo does. He just catch him when they're sloppy.
Yeah.
I mean, Brooks only lost against
elite fighters.
Elite.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, before he might have only lost against elite fighters, but since he's fought them elite fighters, man was looking like Mr. Bionic right now. Looking like Terminator, fam. He's got 2 metal eyes.
That'd make you stronger, wouldn't it, being Terminator?
No, fam, but what I'm saying is he's getting all these replacement parts, fam. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I know I'm not as strong as I were now. Now I've got a replacement knee. I'm not saying not a replacement knee cap itself, but I snapped my tendon, yeah. So I had to have 2 like bolts in my leg, yeah. Wow. Jordan knows when I was sparring, yeah, my leg was wobbly. I felt like, I can't, like it was unstable, yeah. And that's just a kneecap. Imagine if I had 2 things in place in my face. It affects you dramatically, brother. Yeah. It's not like you go, yeah, man, I've got 2 steel plates in me, I've got a steel helmet on, BAM! And walk into punches and things. You're thinking, yo, if that
makes you more hesitant.
Yeah, it makes you more hesitant. It's in your mind. You get me? It's not the same fighter, bro. Trust me, fam. Trust me, you know all them things.
That's what I'm saying. He won't rush in as much if he was to fight Kell Brook. Now he won't even go in like that because if he gets hit, because
he's boxing everyone he fights. Yeah. He's boxing everyone he fights. But I want to be able to go in there sometimes and just walk and beat somebody if I have to. He can't do that anymore. So everybody knows how you beat Kell Brook. Put it on him. Fam, I've got 0 fights. If I got announced for me and Kell Brook tomorrow, a YouTuber versus Kell Brook, yeah, I walk up there and I'm just trying to brook him up instantly. Because if I land a big bomb on his eyeball, he might quit. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like it's not rocket science, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. It's all about tactics.
He's going to be more hesitant. So that's why I think it's kind of like the Rocky, where he's lost the itch. He needs to get the eye of the tiger back. He just needs to get that, like. I think he's just constantly worried about his eyes, so that's why I think.
I wish he didn't have them. I wish he didn't have the things in his eyeballs. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't. And then I won't be saying no about Eubank Jr. But to me, it dramatically changes everything. Even Eubank's mindset about fighting him.
Yeah.
I disagree, but yeah.
I think it goes back to Golovkin fight. I think he should have just negotiated a double training camp, or because you need your body to settle. If you're putting weight on that, you need your body to settle at that weight and adapt.
You always
to
said
it.
he took it too early, or
took it way too early, man. That would just obviously it's just one of them things. See big money and it's just take it. But if you would have like back in the day, you know what I mean, like people used to do when they're going up weights, they used to organise a double training camp so their body can settle to it.
I know, but when Son said, yo, do you want 1.5
so body's at a point.
Nobody says, yo, sit in 8 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Like 1.5 million, your bank cost 2 million. You've never had that kind of money before.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm walking there and getting banged out for that money. I don't give a shit.
I don't care, man. You got 2 million there. You got 2 mil there, man. Forget you do one fight, you live in lavish.
Yeah, so that's when it comes to like legacy. You know what I mean? It's not about the money when it comes to legacy. It's about
who are you going to be remembered
for? You know what I mean? What are you going to be remembered for? Or are people going to look at you and say, "Oh, you were a boxer. Oh, he did all right," and then that's it? Or did he say he was an absolute legend? He won this, he won that, he won this.
But if you know you're not going to win, I'll still go out there, fight all out. If I lose, I lose.
Yeah.
No, but in his mind, just before I move on, I just do believe if Kell Brook fought Golovkin, yeah, back then, I do honestly believe Kel says, you know what, I could actually win this guy. And he went in there with belief. And if he did win him, imagine the amount of probability and money he would have got off that.
Yeah,
So it was a shot. It was worth the roll of the dice back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just don't think he should have fought Errol Spence. That's the fight he shouldn't have took.
Well, that's
He
even that's
should have just vacated and waited for his time. Do you know what I mean? The second fight, what he shouldn't have took. The first one, I do agree. He should have fought. If he could have delayed the Golovkin and fought Errol Spence without the eye socket, all of it, except I believe he would probably would have won. But I just think like the second fight with Errol Spence after the first eye socket, he should have vacated his title and took some time, built himself up again. But he took the wrong. He just gambled the dice twice. Golovkin, Spence, and then just fucked his body up and fucked himself up. Like a big gamble, and it didn't pay off. All right, so next one, Akoli versus Glowacki. Yeah, I don't really know this Glowacki, but I do know that Lawrence Akoli has just released a music video on GRM.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
My rappers.
Fam, have seen it?
I ain't seen it.
Fam.
The rappers now.
Listen, I'm in Dubai, chilling with a bag of Arabs.
Is it a stick to your boxing kind of thing?
No, it's a good track, but I can remember reading comments underneath. The title of this track should be "I'm chilling with a bag of Arabs" because it said the same track about 10. It said the same lyric about 20 times towards the end. I'm gonna play you towards after you'll get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? I'm in Dubai, chilling with a bag of Arabs. He kept on saying it like loads and loads of times. But yeah, Lawrence Akoli, I think he'll win that fight. What are you saying? Lawrence Akoli versus Glowacki.
I don't really watch these things to be just like that.
Choose one.
Might as well go with the same one. I don't really know about me. You're saying mine was a good fight, and then might as well go with the same thing.
What are you saying, lads? Lawrence Akoli versus Glowacki.
Yeah, I think Akoli will win. I don't know who that Glowacki is. I've not seen him box, so I won't be able to comment on him. But I don't know Akoli. I don't think he's good, but I don't know. There's just something I just don't see him going all the way.
You think he's missing? You think he's missing?
I think he's missing something. Yeah.
What about you, Austin?
I don't know much about Glowacki either, you know. I've seen Akoli a few times and he's shown to the occasion. So I put my money on Akoli just from what I've seen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely. I like Akoli, I like Akoli. And the rap there, it was a good effort, but...
Do you like his bag of Arabs as well?
Yeah. Family, when I play that...
Arabs in Dubai, man, that means you're balling. You're balling if you're Arabs there, man.
Is the only Arabs in Dubai, though, fam? Obviously, I'm not...
Other people
I'm not obviously, but what I'm saying is it Arab land, though, innit?
Yeah.
So it's a predominantly Arab place.
A lot of people work there, like whites, blacks, everything.
No, I'm not saying like there's just only Arab people in one place. I'm just saying.
Dubai,
You know what I'm saying? It's like saying I went Jamaica, chilling with a bag of Jamaicans. Like, come on, fam. You gotta say.
Yeah.
So next one, this one we all know. Joseph Parker versus Derek Chisora. They're fighting. It's been announced. What are you saying on that
I've
one?
got Parker for that one.
Have you?
Never rated him. Never rated Parker. Ever.
Never
rated him.
Nah.
Never rated him.
Just because Mr. Nice Guy who's won a world title.
I think Hughie Fury beat him.
Hughie Fury?
Yeah.
Yo, he'd actually, do you know what? I watched that fight. I think he won as well.
So, you know, and Hughie Fury's not really had much experience at all, you know. And I watched him versus Parker versus Ruiz, didn't it?
Yeah. And he lost that fight as well. I believe.
I believe that's too. So, you know, I think I don't know, you know, it seems like there's some sort of political view going it, you know, for him.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
like an agenda.
Yeah. And
it's because he's the face of New Zealand, though, isn't it?
Yeah, give him that, you know.
Do you get what I mean?
That's what it is,
I don't know. I think
not really big in boxing in New Zealand as much.
Size, style, power. He's got none of it. Yeah. I think he's got none of it, you know. And Chisora is a fucking beast.
He's an animal, isn't
he goes to war.
Yeah.
You don't care when he
when he's on his day, when he wants it, when he's got.
Trust me.
We saying about that Eye of the Tiger. When he wants it, he's on it.
Like we were all saying,
like when he fought Tyson Fury second time, he wasn't even bothered about it. He turned up for a payday.
Yeah.
We were saying the other
depends
week.
whether he wants it.
When we were back on this talking about boxing, we were saying the other week, Chisora's mainly used for like
gatekeeper.
Yeah.
If you don't beat him, you can't be a world champion.
You're not going to be. Yeah.
Well, I really do think Parker won't win.
He's already been world champion though, isn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, this is going to prove that he should never have been world champion in the first place.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got the
championship.
There's all these world champions out there. I think Cash Ali can beat Parker.
Are you trying to diss Cash Ali
That's
or
if
just
he
say
don't
you're
I'm trying to say like...
I'm joking. Very much smart.
I was
got defensive quick there.
How was he being world champion? I don't know because like I don't rate the guy. I really don't. I don't know what it is. I'm not.
He's a nice guy though.
Him. Yeah, probably the nicest guy in the world, but I don't know. I just don't see how he's become champion.
Be straight up, man. He's from New Zealand, and that's why you don't like him.
Well, does he do that? Does he do that Samoan dance thing when he goes into it?
Sometimes he gets the people to do it for him. Obviously, you know when you like New Zealand rugby team play.
Yeah,
and they get them their traditional.
No, we're not doing that. Doing that mentally messes the other team up because they get scared of the way they are.
Maybe
doing some next snake thing or that. It's a bit crazy that, you know.
Maybe his opponent shot his pants or took a payday. I don't know, but he's won world championship. Good for him. He's in books.
Yeah.
But you know, I can't see Chisora.
That's it, though. When they search him up, he's been champion, so he must be.
No, he's created a history and legacy for his kid. He can actually we can never do. We can actually sit down his kid, his son at night, read him a bedtime story, and tell about the time he'll become a world champion. And that's a very special thing.
Kid would love that,
even a world championship, but only a limited amount of people can ever say that. So you can never ever diss someone there for doing that or achieving that, regardless if he should or shouldn't. Everything's about timing. A lot of people say he was a paper champion. You get me? Because he had one belt. He didn't have them all.
I mean, look at the fight with Anthony Joshua. It weren't exactly a complete walkover fight, were it?
I know, but Joshua just went on jab. Yeah, man, still. Lights out for Parker, last man standing. Lights out for Parker. Do you get me? I believe Jerry Chisora is just... He's like fine wine or Sean Connery. He's got better with age. Do you get what I mean? So he's come on later on and he's thinking, you know what? He gets paid well. Like, he gets paid very, very well. And that's a big motivator for him. It's about the money. It's about the moolah, Chisora. He's not stupid. And I think, like, if he wins Parker, he might get another title. He might get a title shot. So I just think that I think Chisora would be, even though I don't believe he'd win the world title, I'd like to see him versus someone like Anthony Joshua. Derek Chisora. Do you think Joshua beat Chisora?
I think it would, yeah.
I think Joshua. It'd be an entertaining fight, though.
It would be a good fight, though. A good fight to watch because Chisora's like animalistic.
If Chisora brings his A game, it's a struggle for anybody. It's a struggle for anybody.
Plus, he's a big guy as well, so you know he's got some power behind him.
Trust me.
He's that guy who will never be a world champion again. Has he been one before?
Nah,
he hasn't.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever be one.
I think he's fought for. I don't even know if he's fought for a world title.
He's right about now. Whoever he fights now, I don't think he'll stop being any of them.
He's one of them guys who's going to sit there and never reach it. He's going to be like in distance, but he'll never reach it. Just like Dillian White.
Yeah.
I just think they're that good, but they're not that level. Do you know from what's out there? You've got Joshua, Wilder, Ruiz, Fury. I don't think he can fit in that bracket.
Nah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just don't think he slots in there.
No, when you said them names and then you say his names.
He can't,
He's just fall too short.
Yeah.
Same with White. It's not personal. There's just better talent out there.
Straight up, yeah.
I'm saying. So
I don't know. I actually think Chisora's quite good, man. I'm not saying he could like literally.
But up there with Joshua and Fury.
I mean, he lost against Usyk, who's just moved up to heavyweight.
No, but a lot of people believe he
Usyk is sick.
A lot better than
Usyk's another level, though.
Nah, man.
Usyk's
we haven't got it on here, but it just said Usyk versus the Juggernaut who wins. Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce.
Oh, is that his nickname?
That's his name. The Juggernaut.
I think Usyk beats Joe Joyce.
Nah, shocking. Have you seen the UFC fight in amateurs? Not UFC, United Amateur Championships.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fought and I think it was like 6 rounds. And do you know what? Usyk won on points, but he was running like a bitch. Yeah, and I just think in a professional 12-round fight with 10-ounce gloves on, I think Joe Joyce will flatten him. He's a lot better. Joe Joyce is way better than what people think, and I think he'll become a world champion.
Did good against Dubois. Yeah, I like that because I thought Dubois
jabbed his head off him.
But he just proved to show
like Elephant Man.
Dubois is just like Joshua, but he's nowhere near as good. He's like very basic. He's bulky, and he's just.
Well, is he still young though, him or no?
Yeah,
no, I think Dubois were considered to be like primed up to be like the next good prospect who will probably beat.
And he gave up, man. He gave up in that.
Nah, man, he got jabbed. He got jabbed more times than anyone I've probably ever seen.
But he gave up and then after all the jabs, I'm not getting anywhere.
Yo, the jab to me as a coach, is the most fundamental, best punch in boxing you should master. You can literally dominate a fight with a jab. And things with Joe Joyce is underrated. If a big man can jab, he don't really have to throw no backhands on hooks and shit.
As long as he's got a good
You
jab.
said
Like
Joe
Joe
Joyce
Joyce
is
was
sick
sick with jab.
Joe Joyce, what you said.
Yeah, that's what they've mandatory for WBO Intercontinental. So
Right, well, I think Usyk could beat that one as well.
Yeah.
I don't think Joe Joyce comes into the top 8.
I do. I think Joe Joyce becomes a world champion. I'll put it out there.
World champion?
Yeah,
Joe Joyce.
Joyce. I think he'll beat. I think he'd beat Anthony Joshua straight up.
Joe Joyce?
Joe Joyce would beat Anthony Joshua.
No.
The juggernaut would beat Anthony Joshua, fam. Guaranteed.
I think he started too late.
Nah, man. Fam has got. Listen, the guy would beat Anthony Joshua, bro. Watch the fights and tell me what beat Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
And I also beat.
I think he's
He
more
would
athletic.
he'd
more athletic,
absolutely
innit?
batter Deontay Wilder. He'd make that guy talk about his suit and everything. And the only person who beat Joe Joyce in my eyes is who? Tyson Fury. Because he knows how to box and move.
I can't
But anyone who has to
think
stay
like that,
still
then
and
you
fight
beat
him, he's going to beat him up. That's his game.
Very
That's what he does.
athletic, isn't he, Joe Joyce?
He's very good.
athletic.
I think he held his hands down a bit too low for that fight. I don't think he's got the reflexes or speed to back it up.
Against.
Like he did against Dubois. He had his hands very, very low in that fight.
Wow.
And I just don't
This
think he's got the
is
speed
what I
to
like
back
about
it
these
up.
podcasts. It's debates, you know.
Yeah.
I get to
That's
put my.
a political debate.
I know it's so political and we're all having this debate, but why do I feel like I'm right on everything I'm saying?
You're going to lose that bet then.
So one for the ladies out there, because they're equally important to me in the game of boxing. Shout out to all women boxing, all future women in the game.
Yeah,
I
doing
teach a lot
bits.
of children who are girls, and they've got really good technique and good form, and I believe it'll be up there soon.
If I could change one thing about women boxing, I'd like them to wear tight shorts.
Wow. I can't believe you
You're
just
going to
gone
fight,
there.
fam. You're just
Tight shorts. And
do that leg move again.
Don't think I'd watch male boxing ever again.
Say again.
If they wore tighter shorts, I don't think I'd want to watch male boxing ever again.
Tighter short.
They won't do that anyways, man. They need like space, man. Come on.
Yeah.
What about
Need to
brown
move.
pants? That'd be nice, wouldn't
What?
it? Brown pants.
What if they're brown?
just wanna
Should
watch
I
it
just fight
wrestling, you,
naked?
Put some gel on them in that, fam. Yeah, go on. Box now.
Yeah, if you got like a, have you seen an athlete runner? I saw it on Instagram, like an Instagram post. It was like a 200-meter runner, and he was about my shade, and he had running leggings on that were the same shade of his skin. He just looked like a naked man running around track. And I thought, yeah, that's exactly what I thought about you when you said if you want some shorts, the same colour as the skin. It's like, yeah, oh my gosh, you're back to naked. You get what I'm saying? So for the ladies out there, Taylor versus Jonas. Jonas supposed to have won. Is it Terry Harper? A lot of people believe she won that fight.
What is it, Katie Price versus Jonas?
It's Katie. Is it Katie Taylor?
What?
Katie Price.
Just get it private, man. That's who's seen the shorts, isn't it?
I know, what
Tight
are you saying
shorts.
in brown and
Got
fucking
sex
pants?
on his mind.
You pervert.
Well, you're really going at 8 o'clock.
Jonas, I don't know.
Just me.
Katie Price is good though.
Yeah.
Jonas is more wild.
No, I think Katie Taylor.
He said Katie Price again. He said Price.
Yeah, she's wild as well.
I think Katie Taylor all day long on that one.
Katie Taylor. What do you
I already
say?
know I don't watch women boxing to be
So I would brought this guy
I'm right there, man. But I
cracking
don't
me up,
watch.
you know.
I don't watch women boxing. as much.
Pick anyone. Katie.
Price.
What name?
Price.
Price.
Pick Price, man.
So I'm gonna go for Jonas on that. I'm going for underdog. I think she's supposed to have won against Terry Harper.
I believe she did.
A lot of people believe she did. I didn't watch it, so I need to watch it back. But I think since that loss, now that I'm motivated, and I think Katie Taylor, she might have picked her at the right time, in my opinion. What you saying? You said Taylor, didn't you?
Yeah, I think Taylor will win that fight.
I like to balance the odds though, and make it different.
I don't know, because Jonas can punch though, so she does catch Katie Taylor with a big punch. She could probably knock Katie Taylor out, but if it's anything to do with points, it's Katie Taylor. I think she's got more skill than her.
Yeah, she has got skill, but I think Jonas is a lot more. She's underrated, and she's very pretty. And I met her in Cheshire in Liverpool at a carnival, and she was a very nice person. So I like her anyway. So I'm a bit biased. So let's move on to the next
That's
thing.
what he chose.
Yeah, white collar boxing. Do you believe? Have you ever been to a white collar event, like a white collar show?
Nah, white collar one, no.
Have you? Do you know what it is?
It's like events like not boxers, innit? They just come to fight for
Yeah, say if like you decided you want to fight for charity,
Yeah,
you want to put your gloves on for the first
I
time.
know.
Yeah. So you do like, I think it's.
So you train for a bit and then you start fighting, but you're not a real professional boxer. You just
Some
do it for
people are.
yeah.
Some people are.
Do it like a charity type of thing, innit?
What's your thoughts on that? We'll start with you. Do you think it's good for boxing?
Good for boxing, yeah, because it gets you out there, promotes boxing a lot more, gets more people onto it. But I think it's bad if a normal guy out of nowhere, like a YouTuber, things like that, just come and try to find a professional boxer. It's taking the piss out of the professional boxer. Because think about it, these guys fight most of their lives to become to that point, and these other people are coming out of nowhere saying, "I want to fight you," and they're just getting the shot. What's the point? What's the point of training all your life? You just get next man, they're just gonna come after 6 months and fight you.
So you're thinking more like
You've got to be ready for anything, though.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
true,
Like,
but
you've got to be willing and ready to take down any guy that comes your way.
That's true. But then
You've
it's
got to
a
be
bit
willing.
of a
I
piss
don't
take.
care who it is. I
Really
don't
big.
care whether it's a fucking janitor. I don't care whether it's a ex-world champion. I don't care who it is. If you get in the ring with me,
That's what I'm saying. In a way, it's a good thing because it promotes it. Because you think about like these YouTubers or big YouTubers, they got a lot of following. Like all this KSI and all these men are fighting and everything, things like that. Now they want to fight Mayweather and all this. It's got big promotion there, but it's taking the piss. Like how is Logan Paul gonna fight Mayweather?
Okay.
Come on.
I can't believe we jumped on YouTubers fighting again.
Have you had this talk before?
No. But I know it's digressed onto YouTubers, but that's probably because people are so passionate about it. But white collar though, I'm very passionate about the YouTube thing like you are as well. I think it's a bit of a joke. But now I'm a YouTuber, I'm all for it. So if maybe wants to fight me, I kick his ass. Look, I'm gonna put it as a good title. See one the good fellow will fuck up Floyd Mayweather. Bam. That's my header for the thing. No,
Sign the
contract.
contract.
Sign the contract, Floyd. You scared, man.
Sign the contract, man.
Yeah, so
but
white collar boxing.
I think it's good. It's good because it promotes boxing out there, gets you out there.
Would you ever partake in the event?
I would if I ever come to a point where I have to do it. Yeah.
So you definitely support it. So what are you saying, white collar boxing?
I think it's really good. I think people that didn't really, that maybe just like watching boxing or stuff like that before, I think when they actually do white collar, it gives them a more in-depth aspect of boxing and makes them realise it's not as easy as what it looks on TV when they see people moving around. Oh, they look very good doing that. It takes a lot of fucking work to do that. You know what I mean? So I think people gain a lot more respect for boxing after doing a white collar event.
When you do your professional boxing licence and you sit before British Board of Boxing Control, they actually ask you if your gym partakes in white collar boxing, and your trainers will be like, "Don't tell me we do white collar boxing," because it's very bad for you're not supposed to anyway. So a lot of gyms will do it and they're not supposed to do it just because it's a conflict of interest, because you're dividing your time up between white collar boxers, amateur boxers and professional boxers. So in that retrospect, from my point of view, I understand gyms have got to survive and the average person wants to partake in it. But sometimes I think that some gyms, they sacrifice professional boxers and amateur boxers' time by giving it up to white collar boxers. And that time could be...
They're just doing it for one time.
Where that time could be used to focus on professional fighters and amateur fighters and other people. So I just think it depends on the context of the situation, but I do believe it is good for boxing because it allows other people to partake in the event who might not necessarily want to essentially fight professional or amateur, and just to get a go. And that might draw them into the event.
It gains more fans for boxing because
they're the ones that are going to go up there.
Yeah.
Just focus on the pros. White collar boxing can be the side thing, but it's not like a big thing. It shouldn't be too much of a fuss about it. You get me, but pros on the one side, you have to look after them at least because they're the ones that are going to actually get your gym out there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's same as that, like growing more fans for boxing.
Yeah.
Because people like looking at boxing, they might have looked at boxing and think, oh yeah, it's all right, yeah, sound, they're not really paying much attention to it. They've done a white collar event, and then the way they look at boxing events now and they're watching boxing, it's a completely different way they're
even when they train, isn't it though?
You know what I mean? Because they've trained, they've done it, and they think, fucking hell, that's hard.
Boxing's supposed to be the hardest type of training you do in any sport. It's boxing, like you got a lot of work you have to put into it, man. 24 hours a day, you have to do it all the time. You're on it.
That's it. It's not just can't just dip in and out. You've got to be on it, man.
So perfect.
If you're going to do it, you've got to do it properly, or don't do it at all.
Yeah.
White collar.
White collar before we move on. White collar from Austin.
I'll say this first, but like whoever gets in the ring, good for them. You know, it's hard. It's a tough sport, and whoever gets in the ring, you know, not a lot of people can do it.
It takes courage.
But white collar for me is like, I don't want to sound bad or anything, but it's like 3 words for me. It's like cringy. Cringy pyramid scheme is what I'm going to say. That's personally my thought. They're just using these people. All right, it's good for charity and whatever, and whether sets it up probably makes a bit of money on it. But it's just like they're using people.
They probably put in about 60% to charity.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know. I feel like they're using people to sell the tickets, which is what boxing is all about. I think they're using people to sell a certain amount of tickets for just like a special little night, what they're going to put on the wall or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's cringy for me because they don't have to do nothing. It's like not even amateur. It's like
putting 3-course meals in there as
it's
well.
like an amateur, and it's like
Make sure we got
training.
fed.
I don't know. I'm a bit against it, but I like how it goes to charity.
Yeah.
I
love your honesty, man. We need different people, different views on it, and I like it. But at the same time, I do get totally what Austin's saying. I rate that still. I dig that
on the charity basis, yeah, man. But
perfect segue onto the next one. We'll start off with this guy because I know you boxed it, unlicensed boxing. What's your views on unlicensed boxing?
It's same. I think it's
not the same though, because some unlicensed boxers, they're not just guys who train for 8 weeks.
It might be people that wanted to turn professional and had the skills too, but there's been a reason why they've not been able to get
tell
a
people,
license.
tell people about your story.
I had to do unlicensed boxing because I couldn't get a professional license because of my eyes. I wear contact lenses or I wear glasses, and it's because my eyes didn't meet their requirements. I couldn't get a professional license, so it's just one of them. I've just had to take that as the only option to box because I just love boxing.
But I watch your fight. I dig this show. I mean, one thing I don't like about licensed fighting, some of them fights, fam, it was like, I can remember this chubby boy walked at ring, set about 30 tickets, his gas, bam, 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 jumps in ring. All of a sudden, lights turn off. It's more or less be fireworks and flashy lights and this thick black Mike Tyson come up one time, fam. I just thought, this guy's gonna get murdered, bro. Yo, and guess what? The guy must have looked and thought, I'm gonna get murdered. And I could see it in his face, like, big guilt. Yo, it took like 2 shots, fam, and then didn't get back up. So it's like there's a lot of mismatches in the game. Do you get what I mean? In unlicensed.
But that's why they don't care.
We didn't even do a weigh-in on that fight.
They didn't even do a weigh-in. Wayne didn't do no check weigh-in or like
that. Yeah, just did medical, check my blood pressure and stuff like that. Oh yeah, you're good to fight. No way.
You could be fighting like a gypsy champion who's like had 200 fights and fights for a guy called Bricktop.
I was supposed to have been fighting at 12 stone, so I'm like, got myself down to 12 stone, that ready fit weigh-in and that. Guy came in, he was about 15 stone. I mean, he was pure muscle as well, massive.
You were like that guy that I'm getting knocked out.
No, even that. I just looked at it. I don't know. It's just it's that tunnel vision when you're fighting. I mean, if you're not in that tunnel vision, then you're not going to do well. It's when you think he's got big muscles. It's that same theory. You can't grow muscle on your chin.
Well,
I might see somebody that's kind of got big arms and that, but it's not going to make me scared of him.
No, you got to draw that there. You got to draw. You didn't lose and you didn't win, but you did box very well. So you didn't really.
I was a bit rusty. I was a bit rusty.
No,
I didn't set on my shot.
He should have won, to be honest. But the guy with the home fight, the other guy with the home fight, sold a lot of tickets, and I think they brought Jordan for slaughter. They thought Jordan were going to come and get banged out. And Jordan coming upset apple cart. No one was. Came and kind of boxing, moved around the ring and them thing. They use his skill. They get the promo like rematch. We're gonna fuck you up the second time. Did you get me? So, you got any views on unlicensed fighting, Austin?
All for it. Just people can't, like, say, get a license. It's a good little route if you do want a little boxing career out of it. You can make a bit of money, and it's not like you're not training or you've not trained a lot. So it's not as cringy to watch. So it's good.
Not as cringy. Not as cringy.
There's still fights. That's the thing, isn't it? It's still fights.
You get in the ring, and it's you can do that as a hobby also, and you can make a bit of money on the side. So I'm all for that.
Any hustle like that, I rate, man. Especially unlicensed fighters. I think a lot of unlicensed fighters as well.
You take more of a risk doing unlicensed boxers because just like that, we didn't do no weigh-in. I mean, it's a lot more.
I'm gonna take my hat off to them guys, man. I think it's still sometimes it's a hard ass sometimes to to want to be a fighter. But sometimes people are money motivated, so they fight for money.
Yeah.
So it gives them an avenue to earn some money, and it's hard right now making P. So
I think that's the real hunger, don't it? Even if you don't make it pro, you're still doing unlicensed boxing. You're still you're making some sort of money for yourself. So you must show that this guy's got some sort of drive to get up there, innit?
yeah, of course, man.
So it's a good thing, isn't it?
No, I rate that still. Last one, R.I.P. Marvin Hagler. So we're gonna finish on Marvin and Hagler, and we're gonna start off with Austin.
Who's Marvin?
Nah,
I've heard of the guy.
Yeah,
He's been world champion, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. I mean, I've heard of the guy. I've never personally watched a lot of his shit. Like, never someone I took interest in. But it's not his fault, it's just he's never came into my thought or way I look at boxing.
Marvin.
What generation was he in? Who was the big fighters that were around at the time?
Four Kings were like Leonard,
Yeah.
Duran, Tommy Earns, and Marvin Hagler. They were the Four Kings.
I'm not jumping on the bandwagon and saying, oh yeah, rest in peace, I love this guy. I don't really know the guy, so I'm not going to lie to you.
He fought Alan
Absolute
Minter in the UK, yeah, and beat him up. And also he fought in UK a couple of times and got a lot of racist abuse. So check that out. But the guy's got a lot of contacts in UK. A lot of people from the UK know Marvin Hagler because apparently he was well travelled. I rate him. The biggest legacy fights were Leonard, Sugar Ray Leonard. He lost that fight, but it was a brilliant fight. Roberto Duran, he just brooked him up. Thomas Hitman, he brooked him up. And he poleaxed a lot of people. And plus, Marvin Hagler, it took him 50 fights before he got a world title shot because he didn't have a promoter.
And AJ gets from him what?
15 fights, 16 fights.
He went the long road, Marvin Hagler.
He fought the long road to get a world title shot and he won it. He could box southpaw or orthodox. It was actually orthodox, but he favoured southpaw and kept his jabbing hand up front, which was his strong hand. And he was a straight animal. He had an appearance like myself. Shout out to my appearance. Come to Marvin Hagler. Bald head with a goatee beard. And the guy were a very good boxer. So if you've never watched boxing before, about Marvin Hagler, and you're new to boxing, you'll learn a lot from him. So watch his highlights and R.I.P. Marvin Hagler.
Yeah,
so we're gonna finish it there. Have you got anything else you'd like to finish on? Or?
Nice little chat. I believe I was right on most of the subjects.
Yeah.
You might want to take a sip of that bottle.
If it makes you feel better.
It does.
Joe, you got lots of stuff on?
No, just like, share, subscribe, join the journey, watch it. Every episode you get a notification. We're doing every week, man. Every week we'll do a new show. Just join in.
Straight facts.
Yeah. Saying Aslan, your first time behind the
First time,
camera.
a good experience for this, yeah.
You enjoyed it, bro,
Good
yeah.
debates, yeah, man. It's nice. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
For
so
the people that are not too...
like, comment, subscribe.
that's
See you on.
respect,
Good
brother.
fella.
For the people that don't really like the boxing talk too much, we don't just talk about boxing, we talk about many different things. We've got many shows on here where we spoke about all different things, so just join in, tune in, man.
But boxing's my passion, and
Yeah.
so I always try and give homage to boxing. And you know, we can't lose out on where we first started. My page originally started like 9 or 10 years ago, and it started from boxing and fitness. So I'll always give it a bit of time and give it time back. But thank you guys anyway. Make sure you look at all the names above the top. Instagram, jump
This
on
is the names
Instagram.
you follow,
and if you got any
follow.
questions to ask anyone on the panel, just fire it up on the questions above, and I'm sure they'll respond in kind. So if you're a wanker, they're going to respond in kind, mate. They'll be a wanker back. But if you're nice, you got nice questions, they'll give you some good energy back. But yeah, thank you for watching and peace and blessings.
It's been emotional.